What's up? It is your girls Candy James, and today we are going to do a smoky eye tutorial. Listen, just to get this video and this voiceover has been a piece of work. I am fucking telling you, anyways, so we just gonna get into these brows, but I also, gonna get into some tea about me and tell you some stuff that you probably don't know. Just to set the tone anyway. So let's get into some things. Okay, so while I beat these brows, honey, like your nigga beat that cat, I'm gonna start by talking about how I moved from Miami back to New York. A lot of people don't know I used to live in Miami. I lived in Miami for like a year and a half. I had always said that I wanted to live in Miami. So for like maybe 2 years ago, I moved down south, and I packed up all my stuff. I put it in storage, and I was staying in the townhouse. So I put all my stuff in storage, and I moved down to Miami to go stay with a friend. When I got down there, it was not what I thought it was gonna be at all. Everything was very different, but I had a car, so I was already accustomed to it, and plus I went to college in Florida, so me living in Florida wasn't really that big of a deal. But yeah, so anyway, so I went down there. I stayed with my friend. I drove my car. And when I was down there, I was just, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, where I wanted to work, because everything was so spaced out. And like when you get down like the South Beach and everything like that, it'd be OD packed and crowded. So I was like, I don't really want to work in the city because the traffic be bad like it is in New York. And so I was like, nah, I got to stay something a little, somewhere a little further away where I can kind of have like a peace of mind about my car, my situation, my finances and stuff like that. So while I was there, I was on a hunt, honey. Like I was hustling, bustling. I think I did Uber Eats for the first time, or I did Amazon Flex, like just to get my foot in to figure out what I really wanted to do. But I was putting so many miles on my car that I was like really getting concerned. But so anyways, just driving around, seeing what I wanted to do, different places, different companies that I wanted to work for. But while I was doing the Uber Eats and the DoorDash, it helped me see the city. Like if you're ever thinking about moving and going somewhere and you don't know where to start and you want to find a nice neighborhood, find somewhere to stay, but then find out where you feel like you'll grow the best. Like what neighborhoods. Like whenever I move or whenever I live in the city, I love to stay by like grocery stores, a gas station. Like I like convenience. Like I like amenities and I like convenience. So staying by Publix, the gas station, Dunkin' Donuts, little stuff like that in that area is always really, really important for me. But so anyways, I stayed down there and I was there for like a year and a half. So while I was there, me and the person that I'm not going to disclose any names, we fell out. She was a friend of mine. I'm no longer her friend, but I'm not salty about that because, people come and go in your life and they come for a reason and a season. So, once I was down there and I was moving around and I was seeing what I wanted to do, then things changed. So she just kind of felt like I was distant. We were going in our different ways. She had ideas and I had ideas. And so we both had to figure out what we wanted out of life. And so, yeah, she was going her way. I was going my way. And so eventually I had to leave. In that process, I was still looking for a place to stay. So what I ended up doing was staying in Airbnb. And the Airbnb was convenient because I didn't have a contract. I can still drive around the city, you know what I mean? Figure out what I wanted, where I wanted to stay, how much I wanted to spend on housing and different things of that nature. So the Airbnb ended up being very, very convenient for me. It was a house. It was in the neighborhood that I wanted to stay in. Everything was like local, all the restaurants, everything. It was close to downtown and stuff like that. Like not Miami City, but outside of Miami. And so that was something that I was very, very grateful for. Me being there for a year and a half after that, I ended up starting my business and just figuring out what I wanted for my life. You know what I mean? Like every time I set out to do something, I try to kind of give myself 3 goals to keep me motivated while I'm doing stuff, because I get bored easily, like real bad. Like I don't know where I get that from, but I get bored very easily. So like at that time, my 3 goals was to find a place, to live in an area that was convenient to everything, and to basically either get a house or a townhouse. And so that was what I was, focusing on. And I was hustling. At the time, I ended up getting a job, even though I had all those hustles. Oh, and not just that, but another goal was to put up a certain amount of money. Like, I think it was like $10,000 or $20,000. And so that became my focus. Like, just getting my bag up, getting healthier, figuring out where I wanted to stay. And so that's what I was doing. But just learning so much about myself in that process. I always think that it's really great. I was telling my friend this other day. I think it's always great for when you're young and you really don't have no strings attached to you, like no kids, no family, no nothing. Well, I mean family, but like no responsibilities, major responsibilities. Travel as much as you can. Like, don't just travel. People always be like, oh, I want to live a life where I travel, but they only do it on spring break, Christmas, and when somebody get their income taxes. And that's not what I'm saying. Like, if you want to travel the world and you want to live in different places, you might have to go by yourself. You might have to do it alone. You might have to be scared, but you're going to have to try to take the risk to try new things. And I think that is very, very important. Okay, so while I'm looking at this, I'm cutting that eyebrow. You see how I'm cleaning that up? Under my eyebrow. I like to really clean that up, and I like to give it definition, because when I do the smoky eye, it's going to look really, really good. So I have to like lay a nice base of foundation, carve out my eyebrows so they can be snatched, period. And then after this, I'm going to the gym, honey. But anyways, so staying there benefited me a lot. It helped me to see what I wanted out of life. It helped me to see the challenges and the things that I could overcome. And so I really was grateful for that experience. Even today, like yesterday, when I was thinking about what I'm going to say on this voiceover, I was like, I want to get into some stuff that really is me. You know what I mean? Like, my goal from doing makeup tutorials and beating my face and everything is to build my own platform, find a way to engage with my new followers, and to build connections and learn new makeup techniques. I want to better myself in my craft. Like, I never was the person to chase money. Money always comes to me easily and effortlessly, but I like to be in alignment to attract the things that I want out of life. So I feel like sometimes I have to do certain things just to be in alignment with that. Like, I really love beauty and I really love makeup, and sometimes when I'm feeling down, that's the first thing I do. If I can't go work out or have my favorite coffee or, you know, kick it with my girls, I'm going to do my makeup because it makes me feel good. Like, and I'm going to take hella selfies on my phone too. My storage is almost full. So that's something that's very, very important to me. Okay, well, I'm blending it out. You can see my eyes. Now I'm going to start putting on my foundation. Everything I use in here is kind of like drugstore makeup, cheap makeup. I don't really use all the expensive stuff when I'm doing some of these tutorials because I like trial and error. I just like to learn. I like to learn things on my own. I don't like when people tell me what to use or what not to use. I like to figure it out on my own. So this makeup, this foundation, I think it's in the link in the description of this video. But I'm basically patting it out, and you're going to see me put some on my hand, and then I put it on my face, and then I'm going to blend it out. But you see how my eyebrows are snatched? And I ain't even really get into the eyes yet. Like, T. But, yeah, back to what I was saying. So when I was talking to my friend, we was just talking about like the diversity and like different cultures. Like, if you're African American, the first thing you want to do is be grown. Like, when you get a job and you start talking back to your parents and you like 17, 18, 19, your mother like, oh, if you think you so grown, go find you somewhere to stay. That's the only thing you thinking in your life is how to be grown. You're never really thinking about like, where do I want to live, the adventures, where do I want to try new food, new cultures, where do I want to meet new people. Like, you just so focused on getting stability, and then you focus on getting money so you can get fly, so you can hang out with people in the same place, in the same area, and do the stuff that you don't want to do because that's all you know how to do. Like, your mindset is wrapped around your everyday life. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get fly, I'm gonna go stand up on this corner, I'm gonna hang around these people, I'm gonna go up on my block, I'm gonna go to my grandmother's house, my aunt's house, and I'm gonna come home and you're gonna be content. No, you're gonna be miserable. But ain't nobody gonna tell you you're gonna be miserable because you don't know better. So when I was talking to my friend, she was like, hell yeah, when you think you grown, if your mother go to call your phone once, listen, put a finger down. If your mother ever called your phone and you didn't answer, and she was like, since you don't want to answer the phone, find somebody else to pay your phone bill. Put a finger down if you've ever experienced that. Put a finger down If you ever came home late and your mother told you, well, since you grown, you need to find you somewhere else to stay since you want to be out all night. And I don't need nobody in and out my doors, coming in and out my house all hours of the night. Put a finger down if you've ever experienced that. Exactly. So that's what me and my friend was saying. I was like, it was just so backwards because I spent a long period of time when I got out of school trying to avoid those norms, like those things that people tell you to do because it's normal. Like, just get a job, and then when you don't get a job, when you don't get the job of your dreams, you just settle for a paycheck. And then when you get the paycheck's still not enough. So it's like you go there every day like, yeah, eventually I'm going to save up money for a vacation instead of just creating a life that you really want. You just chasing a vacation. So living in Miami, which is not the only place I lived. I lived in Miami. I've lived in Orlando. I've lived in Atlanta. I've lived in Jacksonville. I just spent time traveling, finding me in different places, in different cities, in different areas, because I feel like that's how you keep your mind outside of these bubbles. Like, that's how you keep your mind free from all the circumstances and the situations, because life is going to life, and it's going to be things that you don't want to see. And I'm contouring now and putting concealer under my eye to snatch my eye. I kind of messed up on this part, but I'm learning. But I messed up on this part because, see, I put the concealer on first, and then I forgot that I was going to do a smoky eye. So, like, it kind of, the powder from the eyeshadow kind of gets on my eyes, and then I have to clean it up. But I kind of edited out the video so you can really get, like, the full look. But yeah, so concealing under my eyes, I always use like a shade, like 2 or 3 shades lighter than my actual eye, my actual foundation color, my bad, just so it'll look nice. See, I done spilled the makeup on myself, but I still don't care. I'm still gonna go. That's one thing about me. I'm gonna go. Baby, I'm gonna go. Green light every time. Like, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna go. Even today, I was sitting down. I was a little frustrated. I'm telling y'all all my business. I was a little frustrated, and I was like, nothing is going to stop me. I don't care how frustrated I get. I'm going to go. So, let me get back to the face. So right now, I'm going to blend it, contour it. I use like a foundation 3 or 4 shades darker just to give me that heavy contour so that when I take pictures, you can see my brow line. My cheekbones. And it's going to blend every time. It's gonna hit every time. Let me tell y'all though, seriously, since I've been on this content journey, baby, I done used about 6 apps just to make one video. Like, kudos to the people that be doing this. Like, I really want to learn how to use Adobe and Photo Fixer and all these other apps, but baby, the apps is like, it's like taking an SAT. At this point, like, you know, when you're so accustomed to just opening the app and liking the picture and saving it, you be forgetting it. There's so many other technical difficulties that come along with it. Like, people who edit movies and podcast videos and edit videos like for a living, y'all are some G's. Baby, I hope y'all get every good thing in this life that y'all deserve. Like, I hope there's a VIP section in heaven for y'all, because, baby, it's just a lot. So I'm taking that same brown and I'm patting it on my lid. So when you're doing a 3-step smoky eye, you're going to use 3 colors. And I'm going to tell you the colors. You're going to use your natural foundation, like a powder of your foundation, just to set your eye. Then you're going to use like a brown or orange for when it smokes out. So that's my brown and my orange right now. I'm using that now. And then, oh no, that's my base color. And then that's just setting your eye. And then the third one is going to be like a black or a blue or a dark gray. Something to smoke the eye out. See, okay, now I'm putting on the brown. So this is like my second layer. It's really a 3-step process. It really makes life easy when you do it like that. But a lot of people don't be wanting to tell you all of that. But, so yeah, just moving back and forth and moving in different cities and different places really helped me expand my mind. The reason why I didn't stay in those cities, and Miami was my last stop before coming back to New York, was just because I felt like I had seen everything I needed to see. Like, I feel like anything else outside of that would have been me moving to like LA or out the country. But I never really felt like I needed to stay. And this is where you contour that nose. Yeah. Get that nose. Make it look like I had plastic surgery and did not, because your girl is not paying for that. And I'm just too scared to have my face swollen and do all of that. And I like my nose. Like, I like my nose. Like, I don't really need all of that. That's just not my tea. But yeah, the reason why I came home was because I felt like I saw everything I needed to see in life. Like, living in Miami, what more could you want? Living in Orlando, what more could you want? And when I moved to Orlando, I strictly moved there because at that time I wanted to open an Airbnb. And I found out I don't even like people like that. Like, well, you know what I mean? Like, I like people, but I just didn't want that responsibility dealing with people, because that's like a hotel. It's 24 hours. How many times have you ever gone to a hotel and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning? You like, I'm going to call the front desk. That's how it is in an Airbnb. People don't respect boundaries. You could be in your room sleep and they like, I'm out of toilet tissue. You like, okay. You put enough toilet tissue. It just be every little thing. Like, it was one time when I was staying in the Airbnb, somebody threw a whole birthday party and you only got a room for one person. And your whole family came. Y'all had Hennessy, crab legs, and cupcakes. And you threw a party in the Airbnb. Like, I done seen people shoot music videos. You know what? Let me stop talking so much, because that might be me one day. But you know what I'm saying? I just seen people go the full length. Like, I'm going to live my best life. And so that right there was like team too much for me. But anyways, so yeah, living in Orlando, I think I stayed there for 2 years. Miami, and all of these places, it just was stuff that I wanted to experience. I wanted to be free. Like, this is something I can get up and do. Like, I wanted to feel like that. Like, I remember one time I told my friend I want to travel, and she was like, well, you should join the military. Damn, I'd be damn. Like, that's the only way I could live my life and travel the world, is if I live in the military. Like, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey, the deli is closed. Like, I'm not going for none of that. I'm just not settling for that. So now, in this stage in my life, it's about my music. It's about building my audience, my following. It's about connecting with people through makeup, using my platform to do the things that I like to do for me. Like, to do what makes me happy, to put 110% into me, like mind, body, and soul. I know that sounds deep, but just putting everything into me, like working on my visuals, working on my branding, working on my marketing, working on strategies, things that take me to the next level. Okay, so now this is where I bring in the black, and I'm just going to smoke it out lightly. And you're going to see it's going to get all over my eye, because I could have used tape and put it under my eye so that the powder wouldn't fall, but I forgot. And guess why I forgot? Because I didn't drink the whole cup of coffee. That's why. I always drink coffee before I did my makeup, and I only drank half. I'm telling you the truth. I only drank half. Doing these voiceovers is not that bad. You know what I'm saying? I was nervous. Like, my first video, y'all, I'm not even going to hold you. I did not know what to say. I'm like, what do I tell people? I'm like, just talk. You funny, just talk. But look at how that's getting all over my eye. But I'm still blending it out. You see me blending it out, smoking it out, blending it out, using that brown. I went back in with some brown just to smoke it out, a backstory, how I learned how to do makeup is my mom had a friend who was like my godmom, and she sold Mary Kay. And every time she had some extra makeup, she would just send it to the house. And she just used to send it to the house, send it to the house, send it to the house. And I would play in it. Like, I would play, because, your mother not going to let you put on her stuff. Absolutely not. My mother was buying MAC. She was buying Avant. She was buying, Mary Kay. She was buying expensive stuff. But I would just go in there because there'd be so many samples in the box. And I would just play in it. I would learn how to do my lips. I would learn how to do my brows. All of that stuff just was fun to me. So I just would play in it. Even with my hair, even with different techniques. Whenever I'm feeling my most creative is when I'm happy. Because I could just play. And so, yeah, you see me wiping it off because it got a little excessive powder that fell on my eye. But it is okay. But, y'all, the start of this year even has been crazy. Like, I have 2 dogs. And, well, I had 2 dogs. One of my first dog that I bought, that was my baby, he got sick to the point where he had a tumor and his cancer started advancing in his body, and we had to put him down. And then I still had another dog, which is a female dog. Her name is Lucy, that I got from my mom. You see me cleaning that up? Yeah, clean that up. My second dog, she started going into congestive heart failure, and we had to put her down. So this year I put down 2 dogs within the beginning of the year, and it really took a toll on my mental health. But I had to be like, yo, you got to do this. Like, you made a promise to yourself. Isn't it the hardest thing, though, keeping promises to yourself when life be life, and you be like, I just want to be rebellious and say I'm not going to do nothing yet. But now I'm getting under that eye. Because I like a really bright under eye. Like really, really bright. Like I like when I pull out my LED light and it look like I'm damn near in a music video. So I'm going to blend that out. And I be trying to use this little brush because I don't like when it be like caked up under your eye and it be like creasy. So I try to use this brush so it give me a direct angle and it just glides on so effortlessly. And it helps me lift my eye so the eye be so lifted that it just be looking like snatched. Period. It be snatched. You know who be doing some crazy dope makeup? I'm not even gonna say their name, never mind. But I like a high under eye that is definitely lifted. Yeah, but just knowing that I got some new music coming out, I got some new collabs coming out. I just got a lot in the works, and I'm excited because this is the first time in a long time that I felt like I'm doing something that's effortless to me, that I'm not putting in all the effort and all the stress. Like, I've always built stuff from the bottom where it was like sweat equity to the point where I was like burnt out by the time it was really time to launch. And this doesn't feel like this. This feels effortless. Like, it feels freeing. It feels exciting. Look at that brow. Look at that bone. That structure. That eats down. Yeah. It's a 10 out of 10. Somebody grab a fork and a plate because I ate. But yeah, that's just exciting to me to like start from ground zero in the bottom and to just put two and two together, like to literally figure out what I want. Basically knowing what I want without having to backtrack and feel like I don't have the expertise or I don't know it all. Like, a lot of people be scared to start because they feel like they don't got all the information to take to start, and it just be like, just start somewhere. Like, you could just literally start somewhere and end up where you meant to be, just starting. And child, if I let y'all hear my playlist be eating down too. I be listening to real good music. But hold on. Oh, my bad about that. So, yeah, I just be, putting two and two together. So I'm going to blend this out, all my under eyes. You still going to see that brow lifted. You still going to see that eye highlighted higher. Like I said, I try not to use very, very expensive products because this is beginner friendly. Like, when you first learning out how to do your makeup, like I said, I use a lot of samples. I want people to try stuff out and play in their makeup like you was a kid. Like, just experience the freeness of feeling like, did I do this right? And if you feel like you don't do it right, then you can always find another video, another tutorial. You can Google it, find information. Like, don't just give up on the first try. Just keep going until something works for you. And I feel like that's what makeup does for me. Like, it gives me the ability to just keep going. Right now in my life, just keep going. Like, if you don't know how to do nothing else, enjoy the moment. Beat your face. Get happy with just taking care of you, focusing on you. And that's the fun part about it. I don't know if I'm going to do another voiceover talking. Maybe I'll add music next time. Because, honey, the apps was apping. Yep, they was appianas. They was appianas, baby. Like, that's an op mixed with an app. Like, I thought I was fighting the app. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing get ready with me's and more makeups, and then my music is coming out soon. I'm planning my rollout. I can't wait to tell y'all what's going down. I actually got a date for my mixtape. It's just so much stuff that I've really got in the works, that I'm really excited about. And I thought I would be nervous, but I'm really not. I just feel like it's working out for my good. So let's see. There I go, blending out my nose and just contouring it a little bit and down my face. I'm not heavy on the nose area, but I'm enough to give me a contour, if that makes sense. Yeah. And then my allergies. I guess, I don't know if it's allergy season or what, baby. But if I let y'all hear the voice recording of me, it be all me making all these noises and all of that. Like, baby, that is not tea. Like, I be sounding like I got that Zika, and I don't. The blood of Jesus. But that's me just setting my face. I'm using a palette that's my color. bronzer that's my color, just to set my face, my under eye, my cheek, you know, just to blend stuff out to the point where you can see it and it's all one shade and one color. Yeah, this is really, really my favorite part. And I still am going to make sure those cheeks are cheeking. And then I'm going to go in with some blush. All of the makeup that I use in here, except the brushes, are in the description. Every single thing. If you want even the eyeshadow palette, you want the lip liner, my eyeliner pencil, if you want the shade of makeup, if you want the foundation I use, all of it is in the description. Every single part. And so that's the blush. I have a liquid brush that I'm probably going to try in my next video. Because I really do like liquid brush. It's a little different, but I like it. And so I'm going to blend that out. And after this, I think I'm going to set my face so you can see that. But yeah, travel the world, live your life, come up with a plan. I used to be in love with vision boards. And then I'm just like, I need to maximize or minimize how many things I give my attention to at one time. And so I feel like now I always am trying to focus on how to make myself better instead of chasing the vision. I know the vision is there, but it's always in bettering myself. You see? So let's blend it out. All of my face. And so the rest of the video, I'm probably just going to let it play out and play y'all some music while I set my face. And this is a powder, a contour powder. It's going to be in the description below. All you got to do is click the link to my Amazon storefront and it's going to be right there. Yep. And it'll blend out. You'll see it after I kind of shape my face. But what y'all be watching on Netflix? Like, I need some Netflix recommendations. Like, what are some good TV shows or binging shows that I can watch? This is my homework for y'all. Like, what's some good Netflix shows that I could watch? And then, what are y'all like gym routine snacks? Does anybody have like a protein recommendation for things that they eat at the gym or things that help them, you know, balance out their proteins for the day? Like, I struggle with eating protein. Like, I'm not really a heavy red meat eater, and then I get bored easily. So it's like I don't like eating the same thing every day. I'll eat it every 2-3 days, but not every day. And maybe that's just the Gemini in me, but child, who knows? Right now I'm lining my lips and they juicy. See? So right now I'm lining out my lips, as you can see. And that's the same pencil I use on my brows. I'm not really heavy with that because I knew I was going to use a different shade. Sometimes I like smack my lips together a lot just so they can blend, or I use like an eyeshadow brush and I just blend out the corners of my lips to give it like an ombre effect. That is the lipstick. That is drugstore makeup. That is a nice shade of pink to make your lips pop with the smoky eye. You can get that in the link in the description. So just blending it out, blending it out, blending it out. You see that eye? The eye. Yes. I love that. The Hollywood glam look, I love it. I love me a white powder just to blend it out, just to set your face with, like, just to contour your cheeks and your eye. It gives that va-va-voom. You get what I'm saying? Like, it gives it. What is it giving? It gives it. It just gives it. It gives it. It gives that baby doll effect. I love it. I love it. And so I'm going to brush off the excess powder. Just get everything on my face that's not supposed to be there. Brushing that off. I think I left some water boiling. Child. Brush that off. And then I'm going to set my face with a setting spray. And this is going to keep it together. Sometimes I spray this so much, honey, I be forgetting. Because I like when it dries in and it's matte. And I got a hair clip in my hair, y'all, that I forgot about. Listen. Anyways, I love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in. Stay locked into my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. And you guys are the best. We're going to grow together. I might call y'all Candy Canes. I don't know yet. But we're going to grow together. I love this space, that there's space for me here on my YouTube channel for me to learn and grow. And thank you so much for joining my channel. Bye.